Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so freaking good because today we're talking about your presence, your attention, and why is it so valuable and why you should value it. First of all, let's understand one thing that attention is energy, and the attention that you give to a situation, to anybody, even though you're not talking, even though you're not having anything going on with them, you are still giving them energy. You are still draining yourself of the energy that you could give to yourself. You are giving that to somebody else, and you feel drained. You feel like you don't have energy to do anything for yourself. I've been in that situation many times, um, and that's why I want to talk about it because it's so freaking important. Uh, for the context, so I liked the person while I was in high school, like that was a few years ago. He was very popular and he was very like handsome and all of that. And I liked him so much, I became obsessed with him. Like I was stalking his accounts and all of that, and that obsession grew into something more, I think. And I had to deal with it, I had to heal from it. And as soon as I healed from that, I stopped giving energy to that person, even though we never talked. Imagine that. I obsessed over somebody I never talked with. As soon as I stopped doing that, I started working on myself. I started working on my limiting beliefs, on things I value, and manifesting the dream relationship that I have now. And now I have a boyfriend that obsesses over me and I obsess over him. Imagine if you just stopped giving energy to a dead situation, how much you would attract just by giving the energy to something that you want, to something that you already have, and being grateful for it. There is a quote that's very popular: energy flows where attention goes. That's why I'm saying that attention is energy. Next, besides attention, there is also presence. Value your presence because presence is energy as well. Where you bring your presence in what company of people, in what group of people, in the company that you work in, or maybe just to hang out with a friend, it's your presence and you bring your energy, your aura there, and you exchange energies. Even though you don't feel it initially, you do exchange energies. Joe Dispenza also talks about that. We always exchange energies in any social interaction that we have, especially when it's a friend and you're talking to them, you're interacting daily or very often, when you hang out, when you laugh together, when you drink alcohol together, because um, Vadim Zeland talks about that alcohol is a conductor for energy and how you manifest it. It's you should not use alcohol to manifest, but we are humans and we can't just not drink alcohol sometimes, right? So it's better to use that alcohol to manifest the energy that you want. It's also a social interaction when you drink with somebody, for example a glass of wine, and it's also an exchange of energies, especially when you're in a relationship with somebody and you are intimate with that person. It You have to be very, very cautious of that and aware that when you interact with somebody verbally or physically, you are exchanging energies. And you have to ask yourself in that moment, do you want to exchange energies with this person? Do you feel comfortable? Does it feel right? Does it feel right to exchange energies with this person? In their book, Abraham Hicks, in the book that talks about law of attraction, they say that you have to listen to yourself and your body and how you feel, because if the feelings are as called right, they're not good or bad, they're just right, it just feels right, then it means it is safe for you, you have to learn to listen to your intuition for that. So I've had this kind of like situation. I think like the past half a year was hard mentally for everybody, with like all the retrogrades, with all the Venus. I think there was Venus in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde that comes out today, I think. Um, and then there was Saturn retrograde. I'm not sure. And that affected us collectively. I kind of felt rejected. Usually, I'm the type of person to not really reject, but kind of like choose people. And this time, I acted differently with some of my connections, some of my friends, and it gave different results. As we know that if you change the numbers in an equation, you get a different result. So I changed it, and you know what? It worked. It actually was different. So now I'm getting back to the belief that I had. And I learned one valuable thing, that attention and presence are very valuable, and you should know that. You put work in yourself. You put a lot of effort and energy and time in yourself to do the daily wins that I hope you do. I think you know the daily wins. There are the physical, the mental, and the spiritual wins. I think you can get those on Pinterest. But I'm still gonna tell you something. Like physical, you can go to the gym, you can do some yoga, go for a walk in nature, breathe some fresh air, maybe look at flowers. Look what flowers I have here. Like them? I love flowers. And everybody's giving me flowers, and I love that. Then there's the mental win. When you listen to an audiobook, I like audiobooks more than reading books, or you can just read books if you like that more. You can listen to some podcasts. You have to see what you consume online and in the real world, not only food. And the spiritual wins that are meditation, maybe gratefulness practices like journaling, or just being grateful and affirming that, taking showers and imagining that the water cleanses your body and your spirit. That is putting energy in your aura, in yourself, in your soul, in your heart, in your mind. You're taking care of those. You are a temple. Once you do that, you start to think to yourself, where do I want to be? Do I want to be in a group of people that don't have any goals in life, that don't know what to do with their life, that are doing anything for their own good? They're just wasting their time and their life. Do you want to be with those kind of people when you're putting so much effort in yourself? Do you want to do that, really? No, that's why you have to ask yourself what kind of people you want to be around. You are the sum of the people that you surround yourself with, is a very popular quote in my culture. Hang out with 4 millionaires and you're gonna be the fifth one. Better be alone than with the wrong people, than in the wrong room. And even if you are in the wrong room, it's better to realize that than be in the wrong room for the rest of your lifetime, right? It's not about rejecting people and telling them straight to the face. It's just choosing differently. It's just choosing what is best for you, listening to your intuition, listening to your body. Because sometimes after an interaction with somebody, you can just realize that you feel drained, that you just spent time with the energy vampire, and you start to analyze the conversation. You start to analyze how the person talked, what they talked about, what are they doing in their life, and you realize that you just gave energy, you're just giving, and you're receiving back just like this amount. When you're giving like a whole bunch of energy, right? And you're just receiving some little energy. That is not a healthy energy exchange. Or you're receiving back energy, but that is not healthy energy. To watching a lot of The Wizard Liz and Simone Squared, I think. Uh, I never really remember her channel name. I just know she's Simone. I love her. I watched a lot of the videos and repeatedly, like many times for many years since I started posting. It's also like in this kind of, yeah, my presence is valuable and all of that. But when it came to a real social interaction, it was hard for me. It was hard for me to be in that energy and be aware that, oh, this is the moment to practice my energy. This is the moment to practice what I learned. And recently I've had a situation where my boyfriend invited me to his friend's birthday, kind of. And I've seen these people just once in my life, and some of them like never in my life. And of course, for me, it was very stressful. I did this practice. I remember this quote that I saw online that said that when you walk into a room, walk in like God sent you and you have 1,000 angels behind you. That puts you in the energy that you are protected, the universe has your back, or God, or whatever you believe in. You have a powerful presence and you are confident. Once you know that there is this energy that has your back, that you have your back, you are more confident. And as I talked in the previous video, confidence is key. It's your posture, it's how you talk, it's how you behave, how you sit, and all of that. And confidence is never loud. You don't have to go far and beyond yourself, like to prove these people that you are confident. You don't have to do that, because look at actually powerful and confident people. They never affirm that. They never say that, oh, look at me, how confident I am. You just feel that. You just know that. The way they talk about themselves, the way they can sometimes take a joke about themselves that is okay, like that's not disrespectful. They can sometimes um, stand up for themselves when they need to, right? That is confidence. Confidence is never loud, because if you see a person that is confidently loud, that's arrogance. And you know what? I've been in that position and I know that's arrogance. And then I learned that confidence is not loud. Confidence comes from within, and you help it with like external things like your voice, your posture, and as I said, all those factors. This comes when you do more things that make you afraid, that bring you fear, and you just overcome those fears. People around me, like my friends and my acquaintances, would say that I'm confident, and that is very strange for me because I don't see myself as a confident person. That's why I started this YouTube channel, to get more confident and become better at public speaking. So I hope you like this video, and remember to stay hot and healthy and happy. Hot, healthy, happy. That's gonna be my motto. I love you. Bye bye.